What the fuck happened there? There's a shooting or something? All these fucking emergency alerts. Let's see. What's today? Oh, I made it just under the wire there. It's now the 25th. We started on the 24th. LV shooting. Let's see what pops up today. Got an alert about this. It was October 13th. October 8th. Oh, so let's type in the date. I'm doing a different setup right now. October 24th, 2020. It's not showing me. I got some fucking alert. About something that fucking happened. And there was like a weapons ban or something in Bellevue. I think I put it in the private chat on Instagram, which I'll hold until I get my fucking account deleted, because that's probably going to happen sometime soon. I'm not seeing it. That's odd. Whatever. Welcome to another episode of Wide Open Phones. I'm your host, of course, the goddamn Bacon. Thank you very much for tuning in. And got quite the story here as far as that goes. Oh, that's one thing I need to do. Let me see if I can do that while I'm broadcasting. Hopefully I haven't cut out. If we are, I guess we'll figure out later. I'm going to send myself those screenshots. Is the Bluetooth open on this thing? Oops. Hitting the wrong buttons and everything. Bluetooth is open on it. I'm going to send that to me now so I can read them. You guys read the, maybe not read the, what do you call it? Well, there wasn't much of a description. I didn't leave one. In the background now. Hopefully I didn't cut out. I can tell you about my day. Today was I would say it's a fairly good day. Now, in case you're following, for whatever reason, yeah, like I did a whole 2,000-mile plus trip, you know, all the way to Pullman, to Salt Lake City, that area, with a side trip in between to in and out. And then all the way to Pullman and then back here, just doing just fucking fine. I'll go to do my maintenance, and for whatever reason, starter stops. It's not getting a good charge. Speaking of what I'm drinking tonight, I'm taking a fucking risk. I'm taking a hell of a risk. I feel like smoking a cigar too, so I'm going to smoke a cigar. Why? Because I feel like smoking a cigar. I'm loving this punch actually. I got a dedicated one. This is from what you call it, Mantello. It's like $10 off of Amazon. And I got it because the lighter that I would carry, like the regular butane lighter, it was a waiter's lighter. So it was kind of had the waiter's corkscrew kind of on the back, which I thought was really cool. But the lighter itself, most of that shit is kind of, it is not quality like at all. All right. Let me make sure I got those. I'll go to gallery. Hang on. Cool. Got them right here. Oh, man. Fucking popcorn. If only Nick was here, he had some popcorn. Anyway, long story short, started having trouble with my, I thought maybe it was my charge system. I thought it was the battery specifically. It was just doing this thing, like basically the what is it? The starter basically sounded like it was having a hard time pulling a charge. So I went ahead, did like all kinds of maintenance and other stuff, and my plan was actually go get another battery because that's what I thought it was. Even trying to jump start it the next time did not get this thing fucking up and running like at all. Like it did nothing. But again, I move at a speed of bacon. What can I say? So I get my Rendell, underway. It's ready to go. Do that shit online. I almost got a tow for that night. Then rethought. I was like, I don't know if the wizard, that's who I call my mechanic down in my old town. Don't know if he's going to have any space, and turns out he didn't. It's a good thing I kind of put that off. Turns out, by the way, you can reschedule tows through my particular insurance. So that's nice. Nice cigar, by the way. What was it? Padron, handmade, importado. Don't say anything else. I just kind of picked it at random. So I'm already thinking, like, fuck's sakes. I've already got enough issues to deal with. And now I got to deal with this shit too. So I do a little bit of digging and research and all that stuff. While I'm on the way, I actually took the bus took several buses to get to the Enterprise. So I got the experience from that. They're mostly libertarian, as long as you're wearing some sort of face covering. I have my full get up, and we'll talk about the final edition in a moment. It's hanging next to me right now, still drying off. I think 3 out of the 4 buses, everybody was pretty much okay. Like as long as you had something wearing, you were wearing something coming in, you're fine. They're pretty helpful as far as figuring out where you need to go, all that stuff. This is a good cigar. I like it. I'm liking this lighter too. Definitely does the job. Definitely an upgrade. I won't be able to open a wine bottle with it, but you know what? Don't need that. It's okay. I might get another one of those other ones for my everyday carry pack. We continue, but yeah, go down there and pick a car. By the way, they I always try to get the smallest car they have, and actually usually like the bottom 3 tiers, which is what I usually go for. It they're usually pretty close to the same price. Price really only starts going up like once you start getting like mid-size, full size, getting or SUVs and all that stuff. And but as is often the case, they usually don't have really, the subcompact or the compact or whatever I'm clicking, or the economy class or whatever it is. So you usually end up getting a free upgrade anyways, if you want to call it that. But I'm actually driving right now something I didn't think I'd ever be driving. I'm actually driving a Volkswagen Golf. This is actually, well, this is the newest one, but this is also the second, one of the only German cars I've ever driven. I'll give him, it's pretty decent. I like it. I like how it moves and all that stuff. First one was one of my mom's boyfriends. Now, I'll give her credit for this. Once she and my brother's father, my pops, basically, guy who helped raise me, like once they broke things off finally, she didn't begin dating until we were basically able to kind of look after each other, or I was able to look after him. Once we were a little bit more autonomous, that's when she actually said, until then, like she spent years like doing her thing at work and making sure we were taken care of. So I got to give her credit for that. But one of her boyfriends, I think I went to an AutoZone. I always still stick behind them. I went there to fill out a application. So I needed a way to get down there. He loaned me his car. It was a early 90s Mercedes. I think it was the E-Class. I'll say it was a very nice car. I mean, it was definitely built with comfort in mind. It had its power behind it, but it was definitely built with comfort in mind. So this is the second, German built car that I've ever driven. I'd say pretty nice. Nice and quiet. It's definitely got some kick to it, that's for sure. It's actually it's a 4-door hatchback. I don't think you can qualify it as a station wagon, but it's pretty close. I'm enjoying it. Not something I would own for the obvious reasons, but nice nonetheless. I like that went from 87 to 81% in less than 15 minutes. Jesus Christ. Oh, I think it was 86, so 5%, whatever. Now I went and got that, and I talked to the wizard, and basically he said, it could be the starter, which I already had replaced with one that I figured would last longer than the other type. There's 2 different types, so I'm not going to get into the details. Let's just say I replaced it with the most expensive one I could find. In the hopes I would never have to replace that again. So after the maskinggeek.life meeting, by the way, if you have not went and subscribed to maskinggeek.life, go subscribe to maskinggeek.life. You'll thank me later. One of the major reasons, and pretty much the reason that I subscribe to it, is that we'll do Zoom meetings. Vince, who heads that up, he'll do the Zoom. He'll set the Zoom meetings up, and then we'll all join. I'll join Nick Shoelander, nickshoelander.com, robsays.net, James Streisand's ashesofcreativity.com, I think, is his website. Red Crusader, I think he has a YouTube channel. Mick Tibis, Bull Rush, Lazarus Razors, Etsy.com/shop/Lazarus Razors, like the guy that gets risen from the dead in the Bible. Plenty of other people, they'll show up to that, and I'll tell you, I mean, it's a good time. I don't think there usually isn't a set topic. There was one time he had, what was it, Sterling Cooper, who was a male porn star, apparently a pretty famous one, who's been, no pun intended, getting around quite a bit. Oh, it's chilly here. Good thing I don't have like windows in the fans, or fans in the windows pulling smoke out or anything. I would try one day just not having a window fans in, just smoking a cigar, just seeing what it's like. Make it like my own cigar den. Hell, I hung out with my neighbors the other night, the night that I didn't go to work because, oh, my car didn't fucking work. We had a pretty good time, you know, like, again, I'm not worried about smoke complaints. They fucking smoke cigarettes. One of the ones that were down there, like, they were smoking cigarettes, like, with me down there. I even told them, like, I don't care. Whatever you want. It's like, what am I going to do, tell on you? Since I'm above them, I doubt that they would even smell what I'm smoking. Even then, it's not a cigarette, it's a cigar. This is the things that women want blown in their face, aside from a load afterwards. Ask me how I know. I'm keeping a tag from this one because this one is doing real fucking well. I'm keeping this one with me. Nice. I'm gonna see how long the ash lasts. I'm not even gonna dump it. Padron handmade. I don't remember the brand, but I'll have to look for it next time I'm in town. But today, I go out, you know, I do that, and I got to pull out the starter. By the way, I don't know if the wizard, like, I think this is his fault. I'm gonna blame him for this because I even had a bit of a difficult time pulling the fucking intake box out. I think he put different bolts in there. By the way, there was only 2 bolts in there. There were 10 millimeters. That's the standard for Asian vehicles. 10, 12, 14, and 8. Those are the bolts that you're most likely have to deal with. Dealing with a an Asian style vehicle. Now they're still built here. Mine was built in Tennessee somewhere. I think in Nashville, where Joe Curl is. But it's still designed, I guess, overseas or whatever. Not only was there 3 volts in there, they weren't 10 millimeters, they were 8. I had to figure that shit out. But getting the fucking starter itself off, like, Jesus fucking Christ. That first bolt was hard enough. That second one, that was real hard to fucking reach. I was trying to use the fucking breaker bar. The only reason I wasn't able to use that was because basically, like, there was no clearance for the shit that I had on hand, which means I need to add more to my tool collection. Yeah, it took me a good 45 minutes to get that fucking thing off. There's only two bolts to hold your starter motor on. I mean, aside from that, it's real simple. For me, you take the intake box out, you take the battery out, first of all. That's for starters. Take the intake box out. Then you have access to the starter. And in my case, I had to take the bracket for what do you call it, the clutch cable. I had to take that out to actually make enough room to get out. Turns out that actually has two bolts on it. I thought it only had one. Yeah, I was able to get that out. I'm looking at it. Here's the thing. Apparently, starters they only spin in one direction, but it's supposed to spin relatively freely. This one didn't, and that's the thing. One of the things that the wizard told me is like, it's probably your starter. Solenoid might have gone. He gave me some troubleshooting tips to figure it out, and I just went ahead. My thought was, you know what? I'm going to take the battery in, and I'm going to take the starter in. I'm going to have them test that, and like, whichever one it is, or even if it's both, I ordered the starter that I needed. I'm not going to get into that particular story. But I was like, okay, if it's the starter, I'll order the starter. Or I'll buy the starter, whatever. If it's the battery, I'll buy the battery. If it's both, then I guess I'll go ahead and buy both. So I get there, I actually turned on my brakes and stuff too, which weren't all that worn, by the way. But I figured like might as well just go ahead and change them out now. Who knows? We'll get brakes later down the line. Who knows? Plus, I used extra $30, I think, that I got for them. But the lady, real good fucking lady, she knows her stuff as far as parts and all this stuff goes. She takes one look at the starter, like, I'm pretty sure. Just look at your starter; it's pretty shot. And it turns out, again, Duralast parts. Maybe I guess this one didn't Duralast all that much. They come with a lifetime warranty. I got this thing 3 years ago. It took her a minute to find it because whatever the fuck I did. But you know what? Ended up getting that for free. I thought I was going to have to spend, what was it, $150 or something for it. I think it was like 120, 130, something like that. Ended up getting that for free. Cool. So I bought myself some gloves. Turns out you need gloves aside from COVID bullshit. You want to work on your vehicle with gloves. Main reason, you don't want to get like whatever gunk from oil or brake dust or whatever under your fingers, because that's a bitch to clean out. Gloves kind of helps with that. Funny how that works. Plus, I got another reward there. I wish I had my fucking what do you call it? I don't want to go grab it now. Wish I had my damn measuring tape. That's at least an inch of ash. But I got that handled, so I got a new starter. They're charging up the Optima battery, and I gave them a lot of shit, and they even responded to me on fucking Twitter, mind you. So I'm gonna have to walk back a whole lot of my fucking words. And I have no problem doing that. If I'm wrong about something, I don't mind admitting that. I thought it was the battery because it's a classic example of a battery going out. Ask me how I know. But I didn't know, although it makes sense. Starter going out could have the same thing. Last time I had the starter going out, it was an on-off situation. Like either it would kick over or wouldn't. It was a different type of starter, but I don't know. Maybe that's something for this one specifically. I don't know. But I got a new starter, so fingers crossed. I might be taking this Volkswagen Golf back to the dealership early. And I'll still have an extra free day. That's the nice thing about this. All this shit, I missed 1 day's worth of work, but this whole repair thing, you know, my labor aside, could be free. 3 days for renting. I had a part that was under warranty, so I didn't pay anything for it. So I bought the gloves. I went to Rite Aid. I probably should have bought a new card for this thing, because I'll give Simple Mobile or Track Phone, I think that's who they're under, I'll give them their due. You know what? I reached out to them because that card ended up getting swiped because the guy didn't use the fucking safe that I have down there specifically, so somebody couldn't just fucking swipe it. I even told them, like, hey, do I need to switch services because my service is ending soon? They said, we'll just enter it manual. Just give me the number and we'll give you service or whatever. And as far as I can tell, it's still fucking working. It worked this whole time during this whole masking. That was the data that I was using. So it works. That I'm glad to see. Yeah, I was supposed to get a cart there. I totally forgot. What I did do, though, since I'm running low on liquor, I wasn't able to go pick up my order at Walmart. I just placed an order at Walmart, and that was one of the things that took me a minute to get started here, because I wanted to place order again. I'm going to go pick it up tomorrow. Now that I have a vehicle that I can go do it with. I was using a bottle of Evan Williams, and I went to put my other tequila bottle in the booze freezer, and accidentally hit the Evan Williams bottle and fucking cracked it. So now there's like probably glass too, but what do you call it? There's bourbon kind of in there now, which means I'm gonna have to clean it out again at some point. But I need a replacement bottle. I don't want to place a whole handle of fucking bourbon in there. So I decided to go to the Rite Aid to get another bottle that I could use to replace it. And I wanted to get something that I've had before. You know, they've got a lot of good shit there. Shit that I do want to try out. What I am settling on was Wild Turkey 101. So I am drinking not only a seltzer, just kind of a washer, but I'm drinking Wild Turkey 101 on the rocks. It's pairing well with the cigar, which is the ash is at least like an at and usually a half long now. It's still holding up. If it falls, it's going to fall on carpet, and I can vacuum that pretty easily. I don't care. Now I think about it, maybe I should fireproof the carpet too, just as a precautionary method. Sorry, the guys saw from MaxingGeek.life saw my latest installment for everyday carry gear, which I did fireproof. It's still drying from that. Then I'm going to waterproof it later. I don't know if you knew this. Pacific Northwest gets quite a bit of precipitation. West side specifically. So it actually, you know, it'll serve a cosmetic purpose in order for giving the look that I kind of want. By the way, Halloween coming up. PSA service announcements. There will be no Saturday show here next week. I will be making my attempt to go out. I learned early on that there's no point working on Halloween. There actually, for whatever reason, there's no point working on Saturdays for the company I work for now, because there isn't all that much work. Everybody's out. Everybody's doing things. Maybe winter that'll change. I don't know. We'll find out. But I do know Halloween. No point in going to work. The last time I tried doing that, I barely was able to cover my gas getting in and out of the city. And there goes the ash. Okay, cool. A little bit over an inch and a half, and and that's when it goes over. That's when gravity takes over. Vince was right. Vince was right to get a punch. I'm gonna have to get a dedicated one. This lighter that I'm using, it's a replacement for the one I would normally carry with me every day. And so it's nice to have that as a mobile kit. I'm gonna get my own punch so I have it ready to go here. More dedicated one. But this one definitely works. This thing is staying lit too. Gotta give him credit. What is this? Padron, I think. I'm keeping a label on this one. This is definitely a good cigar. Starting to feel the effects too. Let's get into the topic here. You guys read the yeah. I don't want to remove myself from the stream. What the fuck just happened? The REEEEE factor. If you guys saw the thumbnail I put up there, you all know who Aaron Clary is. CaptainCapitalism.blogspot.com and also olderbrother.com. Also, probably the most important thing to throw out there. He's the original sponsor for the Laughter Humanity show. AssholeConsulting.com. You have a problem, you have questions, need answers, and you have money, go to AssholeConsulting.com and he will dispense the answers for you. As a paying customer, at least twice, it is worth, spending the money to get the answers. Again, it's assholeconsulting.com, but there's one listener that he had there. That's what kind of I have other reasons to think about this whole thing. Hopefully, if I remember, we'll talk about those. This is actually something I want to write about. It's actually an article I want to write. It's called Hamsters. Now, the first time I heard hamsters, it was John Still who brought it up. And he's talking about the way women think when they're presented with, I guess, a situation that usually dealing with guys who are trying to get them in bed. And whenever they're doing that, they weren't expecting. His example specifically, I remember, like, what was it? He'll ask a woman, like, hey, can I borrow your phone real quick? I need to make a call. And she says, yes, she hands her her phone. He makes the call, but he makes a call to his phone, gets her number, hands her phone back, and then calls her again. That's not something most guys would actually do these days. That's not something most males, I guess, let's just say, do these days. And so that's something that's unexpected. That will get the hamster wheels turning in her head. Where is this going? What do I do here? This is unexpected. Houston, over at HoustonSubGirl.com. Now, that's somebody I might actually sponsor too, because I do like her work. I'm going to give myself something else to eat. Pre-sliced chicken breast, oven roasted. Why not? And where's my pepperoni? Oh, it is. It's in there somewhere. I didn't eat all of it. Whatever. Chicken breast it is. Hey, every once in a while I can be a breast man. I'm not opposed to breasts. I just happen to like legs. Working them legs. Usually that means you have a nice ass too. I love a solid bottom end. What can I say? Both of those take work. Tits don't take work. You're either born with them or you pay for them. Ask Peanut Physique how she knows. PeanutPhysique.com, by the way. She's the female fitness trainer that I actually promote because, hey, women listen to this show sometimes too. Ask Charlotte Truth and I Need French Fries how they know. I'm gonna roast it, not bad. This could use some mustard, actually. Mustard and sourdough. What the fuck was I talking about? Yeah, Houston started talking about her own hamsters. She readily admits it. Again, I hope you weren't surprised about that. Her being the sub girl. Things that her man or whatever end up doing to her kind of get her riled up. That's what they call it. And some of those they're kind of a good thing. It's I'll put it like this: it's kind of like fire. It's good if you know how to harness it and direct it to where you need to go. But unchecked, it can do some real fucking damage. At least intellectually. And so that's the definition I wanted to add. And what I wanted to add in was the REEEEE factor. In case you're wondering, what the REEEEE factor is, it refers to the R word, which I'm not even gonna fucking try saying here because that might get my whole fucking account deleted again. This is the second one. I really don't feel like making a third one, to be honest with you. Well, it's basically like there's something that goes against what usually a woman, by the way. Trust me, men do it too. You don't need to tell me that. You can ask me how I know, but you don't. Something that goes against the norm. And something that it goes against the norm, but it's also against whatever core belief you have. And so rather than trying to accept it or try to understand it, the hamsters take over. It's like, we need to get this back to whatever standard we're normally able to deal with. And so the hamster wheel starts spinning. This cigar is throwing like sparks and shit in here. What the fuck is going on? That's interesting. I swear, my local place has some real interesting selections. I'll tell you what, I'm enjoying all of them. It's only been a few duds. One moment while I take one more plug off of this and then pour myself a little bit more Wild Turkey 101. I'm glad I got the Wild Turkey 101. I think it's a thick enough glass that, okay, you have a bottle that's been sitting in the freezer for like 2 or 3 years or something. Maybe it gets brittle. I think that's one of the things, but I wanted to get something thicker. I think this one's thicker. I've worked some other stuff out. I also wanted to be a bourbon, and I'm glad I got this one because this is what I would normally order at the bar. It's Saturday night. It's 40 minutes past the zero dark hours. And so usually around this time, if I was still going back to the bars, going back to my old place, and even a newer one, the one I'm in now, or not the newer one now, but going to the old bar, or even the newer one, this is what I would be drinking anyways. This is my go-to, so I'm glad I got this. And I already have another bottle of this somewhere else, so it was perfect. 101 proof at a price that doesn't break the bank, and it's smooth as fuck. You would not know this is 101 proof. Average liquor, whiskey, vodka, gin. Actually, maybe not gin because gin is a little bit less regulated. I guess not less regulated, but a little bit more over the map. Tequilas, all that stuff. Usually about 80 proof. This is definitely batting. Is punching way above its way above that weight level for a similar, if not cheaper, price. Here, women hear something. Usually it is a woman, whatever. It doesn't really matter the gender. There's something that goes against the world, and they have to find some way. It's a cognitive dissonance thing. They have to find some way to rationale their way around it. Rationalize. Sorry, I should have dumped that ash. And so they'll come with all kinds of shit. Now, one example that immediately comes to mind. Man, I'm definitely. This is going in the vault. This is definitely going in the vault. It's going in the vault, and it's going when I rebuilt my what did I call it? Contraband kit, which had a bunch of cigars in it. This is definitely going in there. Fuck yeah. I like this one. But they'll literally come over and keep in mind all that stuff is built in language. They'll think up whatever things. Case in point, the mask thing. One of the biggest confrontations I had, and follow me on I guess it's gone now. I still have the video. Maybe I'll post it at some point again. But I had it on my second Twitter account. I'm on my third now. Some guy that basically went full fucking retard, and we're demonetized, or I got this account deleted, whatever. But they have to listen 44 minutes into this. One of the things I did, and I'll tell you this quick story. Here's one of the reasons I have to wear some fucking face covering, in which I chose the respirator and the whole fucking get up and all that stuff for other reasons, but that reason too, is that I work in Seattle. Seattle actually is not as bad as the town that I live in now. There's a reason I don't shop in the town that I live in now. You know, I told the Mask and Geek crowd, the Team Let 'em Burn, all that stuff. I told them about that today. But what they would do is they would literally hold my orders hostage until I think at the time I had the face shield. This one you put on it works against, and I don't know, works against chemicals and all this other stuff. Real professional shit. Things you would actually want to use if you want to deal with actual dangerous shit. I remember the shop's name, the Well Winds. That's what it's called. It's in Fremont. And I like them because of the name, and that's about it, because they did held my fucking order up. She literally held it, and she had a big smile on her face, and it's just like she's just waiting for me to put my fucking face shield on. And so I'll put my face shield on so I could keep doing my job. And as a sort of surrender, well, because I had to do my job. You want to know what I did with her? This has nothing to do with the handstand. It's just setting the stage here. Put the face shield on. She has me in my order. I flip it up. She actually doesn't even flinch at it. The last place it was a vegan restaurant. I'm not even going to name it because I don't want them to have any notoriety whatsoever as far as that goes. I still run orders from them because I get paid. But otherwise, they can go fuck themselves. But I asked her this, you know what? You want to know one thing I don't want to hear ever again? Keep in mind, it's Fremont, but it's still the Seattle area. Still being nice and friendly. I'm still smiling and shit, and I have the facial so she can see him smiling. Hey, you want to know what I don't want to ever hear again? You want to know what I don't want to? Oh, no, this is what it was. You want to know one good thing to come out of this whole mask bullshit? And she says, hey, what? And she's friendly and she's smiling and all this stuff. I tell her, I never want to. I have the order so I can just fucking leave. She could have reported me later. I don't think she did. I tell her, I don't ever want to hear my body, my choice, ever the fuck again. You have a nice weekend. Take care. And the look on her fucking face after I said that it's priceless. It's etched into my memory. I'm going to remember that to my dying day, whenever the fuck that is. Now, fast forward a few months later. I'm not exactly in line, but I'm talking to some of the employees, and they don't, up until the point it got brought up, they didn't even care that I didn't have anything on. Still just had the face shield. I just had it in my hand. And I'm just checking to see, when Mars. They're very busy. They're a very busy restaurant. There's a sushi place. I don't know if you know this about sushi places. Unless they have it ready to go, like some places that I like to go to, for that very reason, I getting shit done. I guess they're making this by hand or whatever, so it takes them a minute to do that, especially if it's a large order. And I don't know, they're busy. So I'm chit chatting with them, and some customer actually comes up and asks me to put my fucking facial on. Like, put that on, and then everybody else, they kind of, the hamster started going like, "Oh, you need to put your hands on." Like, that's what triggered them. Now, at least in that respect, I can understand that. Because now the customers are kind of demanding that shit. And should I not comply, they could Karen the fucking business out of business. Who knows? So I don't hold them responsible for that. There's one guy there in particular. I brought up the not my body, my choice. And I still remember him saying, what was it? But what about her body and then their bodies and then his body? They're going to find a fucking way around it because all this bullshit is language based. And now is the guy I ended up arguing with outside. Now, Bull Rush brought up, why didn't I get out and just beat his ass? Because I would have gotten arrested. And that's not something I want to do. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to have to have SPD deal with that kind of bullshit if they don't have to. No point in being an aggressor in that situation. But it really didn't matter what I said to the guy. Hell, most people would agree with my body, my choice. This is one situation where they found a way around it. So the arguments don't matter anymore. They don't. Speaking of arguments, let's talk about the liberal, my liberal buddy. She owns her own compound in Enumclaw. And I've gone to her ranch, not just to hang out there, but I've gone there to do work for her, which she pays me for. So it's pretty capitalist, right? Doesn't mean the politics aren't hardwired. We were talking about what I don't remember how the fuck this happened, and honestly, it really doesn't matter. But she starts talking about, I guess, white people or whatever, and they kind of just somehow end up having wealth. It isn't anything that white people could have done. It's just the white people have wealth, and then black people don't. Because reasons. That's literally the belief. And if she's listening, if she has any corrections she wants to enter, be more than happy to correct that too. I had no problem correcting myself. I thought Optima, you look up the reviews and it's very mixed. People either really like Optima batteries or they really don't. And it depends on their experiences. Tell you what, based on their responsiveness to my shoe alone, that alone tells me that they stick by their brand, and that's why I picked them. I still think it's a good brand. Maybe using it for the wrong application. I don't know. Turns out deep cycle batteries are not very good for starting over and over and over again like I do for my own job. Even though this is a battery that's supposed to be for dual purpose, it's supposed to be for deep cycle and chart and starting. That's the reason I did all the research and I got that battery. But she's talking about people, and I start pressing her for other things. Okay, why are people most likely to own property and have more money? There's the first principle. But why is that? And literally everything I pressed her on, I even got as far as playing, what was it, the I Am Legend. There was that scene where, what was it? Not Captain Neville or whatever the fuck it was. The guy that Will Smith was playing. He has the zombies breaking down his doors and shit. They break into his lab. He finds actually the cure is in their blood. He finally figures out he's been working on this for like a year or two or whatever the fuck the time scale is. And they're banging on the fucking plexiglass that him and the girl and her kid and stuff. By the way, not to throw shade at them, because they're the ones that ended up saving him from basically his own stupid decision to go drive around after his dog died. He basically had a death wish, and this woman saved him from it. Took him at his directions back to his place, and that's what led him there. So it's not. Here's one case I can't even blame the woman for this. This is the woman's fault, but it wasn't the woman's fault because he's the one that fucking did it. He did it to himself. I can't blame her for this. But he puts her in the what was it, the chimney grate or wherever the fuck it was. Her and her kid. Says, cure's in her blood. Take this. Zombies are beating on the fucking walls. They're still coming after him. But before that, he said, hey, I can save you. I figured out, I found the cure. And they're not stopping. They're not stopping. And then finally he realized there's like some music and stuff that plays, you know, he finally gets it. Takes a view of his own blood, gives it to her, tells her to take it to whatever camp that they were headed to. And she asks, why aren't you coming? It's like, they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. And that's what it was like arguing with her. And I was like, shh. We're only going to talk about the bad things that white people do. And I even asked, can you name one good thing that white people did? I says, can you look around? I says, yes. And then she just says, well, then you already know. She can't even answer that question, which means she's horribly racist against white people, because it's literally Hitler, the only fucking race she can talk about. And not only is that racist, is cowardly. Because the only race you can talk about and get away with these days is white people. Keep in mind, I'm a black guy, mostly black. Half black, I have a little bit of white in me and a little bit of Mexican, but mostly black. And I grew up in black culture. Trust me, I really grew up in black culture. Look up Inglewood, California, if you were wondering about that. Now it's gotten a lot more Mexi since I was a kid. Still pretty fucking black. Really thought of, okay, white people could have did something positive. She couldn't even entertain that thought. She had to deflect. The hamster started going. Hey, what's something positive of not a black person? Well, we can talk about that too. What's something positive that the white people may have done as, I guess, a society, as a race, or whatever you call it? Hamster wheel started spinning. Let's find a way around this. Let's find a way to not answer that fucking question. And that's what happened. And there's no way she's going to answer that question because she can't. She can't because she's racist against white people. Her own damn race. She even said on the way out, well, I'm able to pay you and I have my own house and you don't because I'm white. Talk about not looking past skin color at all. And finally, we have women just being women. Now, Carolina Hermes, if you're listening to this, we're just over the hour mark. I'm just now getting to you, so if you really think you're all that important, this is about important as you're going to get on this site or this channel. By the way, good luck trying to report this channel. If you go ahead and report this channel and it gets blocked, you're going to find out in a moment, actually, or maybe not a moment, but a little bit down the line, why that's a bad idea. My hit list is already pretty fucking high. And you're going to find that out if you fuck with me. I'm going to get the name for the cigar at some point. This is definitely a good one. So Carolina Hermes, she's somebody that follows Aaron Clary's work. She'll pop up in the chat when he's doing a live stream every once in a while. I've had interactions with her before, and it was a good one. But there was one, I think it was Rolla Tomasi. You guys know who that is. RationalMail.com. Also a sponsor of this program. I still remember which one. It was the, what was it? They Belong to the Streets, talking about women. All women belong to the streets, apparently. And I'm not going to get into psychology or the philosophy of that. But Hermes there, she showed up. And I just made a note. It was like, I remember you from Aaron Clary's live stream. What are you doing here? I was just kind of fucking with her. And she kind of fucks with me back, and we just kind of go kind of back and forth. And I thought it was pretty friendly. I thought it was, at least. And I get this message, and this message is not on this one, obviously, but it was the latest post that I had aside from this one. The one before this, I think it was the one is T- 2 weeks, I believe. Where I don't think there was any mention about her in that at all. And if anyone wants to correct me on that, go right the fuck ahead. Email me, bacon@thegoddamnbacon.com. I still have that email. Let me know if I mentioned her there and that's why she did this. But I don't think that's what happened. But she found my page, found that particular podcast, the latest one. And here's what she had to say. Stop stalking me, dude, in exclamation points. Mind your own business. All I was doing was bantering with you on Roll Tomasi's thing. That's all I was doing. And so I see that. I think it's funny as hell. I think I downvoted it too. And so I do the Jonah Jameson thing. Ha 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 ha. A lot of ha-has. REEEEE's the part about stalking left on my show. See, she had to come find my channel, had to go find that particular video, and then had to comment on it. So who's stalking who? So basically, I did the whole fucking Jonah Jameson. Ha 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 ha. Look at it again. Laugh even harder, and then look again and put out some other stuff. It's like, wait, are you serious? I'm just joking. I don't care. And then she leaves like 5 more comments. I'm gonna read them here. Big comments, and let's clarify things. Regarding your comment yesterday on Rollo Stream, no, I'm not like you. No, of course you're not. I'm much better than you, so there's that. That was me talking there, by the way. I don't harass people on the internet. I was just bantering with you. Jesus fucking Christ, woman. And most importantly is in all caps. I've never been with Aaron, exclamation point. He's never had me and never will. Talk about real fucking... I never brought any of that up. She did. Which actually makes you question things. You sure Aaron never had you? Why did you even have to bring that up? I never said anything like that. The only reason I know you, Carolina Hermes, is because you were on Aaron's streams. And that's why I recognize you from, and that's why I just kind of mentions you in passing. It was a totally fucking friendly thing. That's all it was. And you had this fucking reaction. Really? I never will. Whatever. We'll get to why that is in a moment. Because I know who this is now. I know who she is. I know how old she is. I know where she lives. She continues, by the way. Bacon comments, alone, sexless, and bitter. Okay, fine. Now I'm bitter. Bitter for what? Sexless and bitter. What does that mean? Let's break down what that means. And there's more there. So if she's putting out there as her sex, that's what she's doing. So if I'm sexless, that means that is I'm trying to get sex and I'm not getting it. And I'm bitter because of that. What that means is that what she has to offer is basically just sex. That's it. So it says a lot more about her and what she has to offer than it does for me. I guess I will be the buyer. I guess. That's just what she said. This is all unsolicited. Her another message, begging comments. What do guys rejected by prostitutes do on the internet? Okay, well, if I'm being rejected by prostitutes, then they aren't taking my money. Prostitute is someone who takes money for sex, which I don't know. Is she familiar with that? Does she is she a prostitute on the side? I don't know. And I'm gonna guess, well, I would hope not, based on what we're gonna be talking about in a moment. What do guys rejected by prostitutes do on the internet? 2 question marks, by the way, because one apparently wouldn't do. Stalk redheads. 3 exclamation marks. Apparently she's a redhead. I didn't know that. I didn't care either. Crime or incel. Incel, in case you're wondering, that's label for involuntary celibate people. Usually guys. Okay, so now I'm an incel. All right. Again, the only insult she's throwing out there is, the only way this is an insult is if I valued her as a vagina and nothing else. So what that makes me think is she's a vagina and nothing else. And that's all she has to offer. As Mister will say, what do you have to offer beyond your looks? What do you have to offer beyond your body? Apparently she has nothing else to offer. Which honestly kind of sucks because I liked a lot of the things that she was saying. A lot of things she was saying, she was right, and I supported that. And so why she went just totally fucking unhinged, she went so fucking refactor. And this is totally fucking full retard. Like, really? This is what you're doing? We continue. Bacon comments. And what show? This one, amongst others. You don't have a show. Oh, apparently I don't. Okay, fine, whatever. You don't have an audience for a show. You're delusional. Nobody watches this. Okay. Well, where the fuck is your show, by the way? At least when Amos Joseph or Nick Schulander criticizes my show, at least they have their own fucking shows. So I may have my disagreements, but I at least listen to what they have to say because they have fucking stake in the game. They actually do something, which gets a lot of the listeners. So I'll listen to what they have to say. That's a whole different thing entirely. You, Carolina, what the fuck? Where's your show? And then the final comment, what was it? Here's something for you to watch. Sucker, I guess. And she included a YouTube link. I didn't click on it. And I really don't care. And Checkfield talked about this. Checkfield report, by the way, on YouTube. He asked why I'm even talking about this. This is funny as hell. Somebody took, I occupied, you ever hear the phrase, living rent-free in somebody else's mind? Apparently I did that to her. I didn't even think, I looked at it today. I didn't think about this all fucking week because I don't know if you knew this, I had other shit going on. So I didn't care. But I thought to just go ahead and look. I saw this, I think I saw something else and was like, whatever, I got other shit going on. But I'm looking at this. I did not. I thought maybe it'd be one more comment. Turns out it was another 5 comments. So I'm living rent free in her mind. First of all. Second of all, she's criticizing my fucking show. Where's hers? That question answers itself. And I don't even know if I'll respond to this. Probably won't. Checkerville's right. Why even bother this? Why not just fucking block her? I probably will. Because I don't need this shit. YouTube is getting real fucking sensitive with this censorship and shit. All it takes was this fucking cunt reporting things and I get this fucking account deleted. I don't know. But I found this shit hilarious. I really did. She took that time, all that time that she could be doing literally anything else. And if you took time to type all this shit out, really? While I'm out doing other things. So I literally am living rent-free in her fucking mind, at least as far as that goes. Now what she's doing now, probably another guy, who knows. And I don't care. I literally don't care. One of the reasons I don't care, I looked her up. Turns out her name is pretty fucking unique, so I found her damn near immediately. She's 60 and lives in Colorado. Now, Colorado is a town that I do want to visit at some point. One of my potentials, who's actually a fitness model, and is somebody who I've published pictures of. She has her own boyfriend, but again, who cares? I think I could make that work. Actually be a nice safe house. Because she's about 60, 70 miles away from where this Carolina Hermes chick is. I thought, you know what? I can go visit you. I can come find you. You are easy to find. And guess what? I saw what your boyfriend looks like. I know what he looks like too. I know what you look like. I know what he looks like. None of you fuckers can stop me. You can't. Trust me. Ask me how I know. So I can take you out and come visit you. Do whatever the fuck I want. And then go to my other buddy's place, also in Colorado, and then leave. And ain't gonna be a goddamn thing you can do about it. It's funny, you took all that time to fucking respond and do all this shit. And I don't even think I've sent this to Aaron yet. I just kind of tagged him in it. I think I tagged him in it. I don't know how that works on YouTube. I know it works on Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff. I don't know if it works on YouTube. Usually the time to say, okay, well, I'm not going to fuck Aaron and I never will. Okay, fine. I don't think he wants to fuck you either. He has his own girlfriend, first of all. And second of all, you're fucking 60. Or you're at least in your 60s. Who cares about you? Nobody. That too, unless it's whoever the fuck you're dating right now, who can't get anything better. You're old. You're fucked. What, am I supposed to be worried about you? Really? Let it get fucking bent. I don't give a shit about you. Only reason I fucking took the screenshots is because I thought it was fucking funny. You took all that time to go fucking full fucking retard. And again, that goes back to the whole hamsters thing. You tried to find any fucking thing that you could to take to attack me. And what did it lead to? It led to the only value that you have as a female human being, and that has to do with your fucking sex. That's all it did. You're calling me an incel. You're saying I can't get laid. You're saying Aaron can't get laid or whatever. And so what does that require? It requires a woman there. What do you have to offer as a woman? The only thing you talked about was sex. That's it. That's all you had to offer. And I don't know if you knew this, woman. Men like dealing with a lot of other things. We deal with cars. We deal with other things that are productive. We deal with things that are outside of sex. And so what do you offer outside of sex? Apparently, nothing. The only thing you have is your sex appeal. And you're 60 fucking years old. Nobody's coming after you. No one. You know what I'm doing right now? And I'm totally fucking fine with this. I'm doing a show now. And I'm smoking a cigar. And I'm almost done with the cigar, actually. Totally get off that. And I'm going to cook a steak, make some eggs, eat that, and then go to bed and then do other shit in my car. That's what I'm going to do. You're not even in the rear view. The only reason I care about you now is because you did this fucking shit. And I got screenshots of it. And they're across all my devices. So fuck, go ahead and try to scrub this shit. I already got fucking video evidence of it. I got screenshot evidence of it. Go right ahead. I don't care. Who are you? You're just another woman. Guess what? You're 60. There's a woman being put in the legal market every fucking day. I can go after them. I don't need to go after you. You're just some random woman. And I thought you were cool because I guess because you were on Aaron's channel. I thought maybe you'd be okay. Maybe everyone else is right. They were talking about Kenzie Puff. She had fucking problems talking to people. Everyone thinks she's a fet now. And other women. I guess you'll join them on that fucking list. You know, it goes to that fucking argument that even if a woman is cool at one point, at another point she's not. And she's going to do some crazy shit like you're fucking doing right now. I don't even know what YouTube video is. I'll probably look at it at some point. I might look at it just for entertainment purposes. And that's the reason I'm doing that now. But you know what? Fine. You be a fucking cunt. You do what the fuck you're doing there. You were cool at some point, and then you pulled a Kenzie Puff. You pulled a Lauren Southern. And you're a fucking cunt. So fine. Go ahead and do that. The only reason I acknowledge you on Roll Tomasi's channel is that, you know what, you're somebody I recognize, and I just kind of wanted to give you recognition. That's all. That's all I fucking did. Bull Rush is here. Bull Rush, we're talking about some follower from Aaron Clary's who happens to be a woman in her 60s in Colorado. And the reason though she's in Colorado because her name is pretty fucking unique. It doesn't pop up anywhere else. So I know her exact address. I decided to go ahead and look her up. Don't tell me my intelligence officers didn't know anything. They taught me a few things. I found her. So do I need to go fucking visit her? Probably not. I'm not going to, more than likely. But no, she went full fucking retard on my channel. I'm probably going to go ahead and ban her anyways. Like Alex Checkerfield said I should. I'm probably going to do that anyways. Because I don't need that shit on my channel. I don't. I think I'll at least send her a message or something on her phone. I found her phone number too, by the way. Go ahead and fuck with me. You fuck with me, you find out who the fuck you're fucking with. But that's what she left. If you look, you probably won't be able to look now if you're watching this. But if you go to my channel, you go to, what was it, the last video I had last Saturday? I can't remember what it's called. But it's on my channel. She left a bunch of comments. That's what I just read. All this incel bullshit. You're sexless and alone. All that shit. She's 60, bro. Bitch is invisible. Yeah. You know, that's probably one reason why, Bull Rush. That's probably one reason why. You know what? She's that fucking pissed off. I'm still wondering, you know, I actually took the time to acknowledge that she was there and I recognized her from Aaron's stream. I took the time to, that's the only thing I did. I was fucking on that, and then she was fucking with me back, and I was like, okay, that's fine. That's cool. I like it. You know, a girl that can banter. Cool. And that's what she was doing, like, when I was fucking with her on Aaron's stream, and I was fucking on Roll Tomasi's stream. And if she sends me this bullshit. And then this shit fucking happens. Again, the hamster wheels they started spinning. I don't know what was going on in her hamster wheels, to be honest with you. Maybe she thought I was being mean to her. I don't know. Only the hamsters know. But that's what happened. So fine, she wants to be a bitch. Okay, I'm going to treat you like one. Take one more pull off this cigar, and I'm going to close things down. Apparently, Bull Rush found her too. Because I found the same thing. Yeah, she's 60. She's 62, I think. Looking on his channels, looking for attention. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I mean, you want to... If they're following the right channels and stuff, they're following this channel, they're following Bull Rush's channel, they're following Masculine Geek, Aaron Clary, Nick August, whatever, and they're women, and they actually take the time to listen and have a good opinion on a lot of these. God, I want to take them seriously. I do. Or following this fucking channel. And they can hang with that. But eventually, you know what? And we're talking about Kenzie Puff. We're talking about Morgan is one that really fucking stands out, and she doesn't do that. RoguePreparedness.com, by the way. I'm going to put that out there. RoguePreparedness.com. She does not do that. By the way, Rogue Preparedness in a very good relationship, apparently, with a husband and children. Somehow Bull Rush pissed her off, by the way. Bull Rush pissing people off. I hope you were sitting down for that. But even then, she was like, okay, I don't know what the fuck happened, but I'm going to unblock him anyways. At least she fucking listened. At least I was able to make the case. But yeah, but for the vast majority of women, no, don't even bother. This woman, definitely, this Carolina woman, don't fucking bother. Boris, do you have a channel on Instagram? Or Instagram, Jesus, on YouTube? I can promote that too. Don't follow my channel. My content ain't for them. No, it isn't. They'll find a way to be mad. That's what it is. They're going to find a way to be angry. And that's what happened with this chick. She found a way to be angry. I was being nothing but nice to her. And she still found a way to be angry. She found my fucking, what was it, the last post that I had up aside from this one? And she found a way to be angry about that. And she posted under that. She had to find my fucking channel in order to leave her comments. That's where I found these. So, the hamster wheels, they started fucking spinning, and they spin in the wrong way. She found a way to fucking attack anything I had. That's what those hamster wheels do. That's what she did. I even laughed at her. I was like, are you fucking serious? Really? I didn't even know who the fuck you were. And then you just fucking started commenting me on my own fucking channel. In my comment section. You had to find me to comment this shit. So who's stalking who? Really? You think I'm stalking you? I wasn't. I didn't even think about this shit until I fucking looked it up earlier. Carolina Hermes, yes. That's her. Bull Rush, I think you're part of the group chat. That's what I posted in the group chat. You go to Instagram, look at the group chat. They're there. And so she had to find me. She had to find me to leave these fucking comments. I didn't go find her. She found me. I'm looking at this like, are you fucking serious? Are you for fucking real? And then this pissed you off that much that you had to leave that many fucking comments? Are you fucking serious? So I can't make that up. I can't. I cannot make that up. So that's what I leave you guys with. There's where the hamster. She made all this shit up in her fucking head. That's what happened. And that's what I wanted to point out. The hamster wheels, they're going to spin. And that's how the hamster was spinning in her head. That's what the way they spin in everyone else's heads. That's what happens. The hamster wheels, they're going to spin. And you can control that in your favor or in this lady's favor. Certainly not. And I don't even want to be there for that. Especially some redhead in her fucking 60s. I don't want to find the grays in the goddamn in the red hairs downstairs. I don't care. I'm fine with that. I don't need to deal with that. Bitch is bananas. No shit. No, but I wanted to highlight that. You can't control completely what direction the fucking hamsters are going to take the wheel. You can't. All you can do, maybe in the best case scenario, John Still's way, you can take control from the beginning stages. But the way this chick did it, no. I'm going to go take a piss real quick, and I'm probably going to go ahead and close this out. Be right back. Give me a second. Just ignore her, bro. Don't worry. Yeah. She's just being used as an example. That's the idea. She's just a physical example of what I was talking about, the hamster shit. That's it. Now, she sent me some video. I don't even know if I'm going to watch it or read or whatever. I might do it at some point. I don't know. Just out of morbid curiosity. Let me turn this down, actually. Oh, fuck. That hurt. Heat my place up. But no, that's just her point and purpose in this. It's just an example. It's, look, you can't reason with people like this. You can't. And so don't bother. I don't know what the fuck got in her mind. I don't. Just something, it did. And there's nothing I can really do about it. I can't reason her. You cannot reason somebody out of belief they've never been reasoned into in the first fucking place. That's a basic tenet in philosophy. You can't reason them out of that. And especially if it's a fucking woman. So why bother? And so I'm not. I'm just using this as an example. A very fucking funny example, as far as I'm concerned. I think this is hilarious. She spent all that time you know, leaving all these fucking comments on a YouTube post that had nothing to do with her, by the way, to get her fucking point across about something that had nothing to do with what I was talking about. Nothing. Nothing to fucking do. Just ignorable. Yeah, you're right. After this, yeah, we'll be fucking ignoring Nick Schulander with his popcorn. I gotta be honest. I found it funny. I saw that and I literally just burst out laughing. I literally did. I was like, you took all the time to type all this bullshit, really? What the fuck is wrong with you? What else do you not have going on? You took the time to fucking do this. What else could you have been doing with your time? Hopefully, if you're sick in your 60s, you have a fucking man or something. Of which, if you don't, then that's a whole fucking different thing. Then you have other issues. Maybe you have kids. I don't know. Maybe a box wine, which I'm not even shitting on. I've been doing my own experience with box wines. I was like, you took that much time to deal with this shit? Really? This consumed you so much that you had to take that much time to actually go find my fucking channel, find a video that I was doing, the latest video that I did, and then comment on that. And then once I started laughing at you for taking that time, and you put 5 more fucking comments, are you fucking kidding me? You have that much time to do that. Okay. Well, fine. You have the time to do that. I'm not going to hate on that. You have the time to do it. Go ahead. You're free to comment whatever the hell you want. I'm not going to censor you. I'm not going to delete you. I don't know. I might block you from other things because I don't know. Look, I don't want to take the chance that you're going to fucking report me to fucking YouTube and now lose my account again. Maybe I will. I don't know. What the fuck is wrong with you? What was wrong with you? You took that fucking time to do all of that shit. What triggered you? Who hurt you? There's a question you always hear men getting asked. You never hear a woman getting asked that. Who hurt you? That this pissed you off all that much. And again, essentially, it was like, I'm just having fun. We're just talking and bantering all this shit. Really? That bothered you? You know what? None of my fucking business, and I don't care. I really don't. I'm just doing it for entertainment purposes. I thought it was a good fucking thumbnail to put under this. I thought it was hilarious. Some other people didn't. Okay, that's fine. I get it. Don't entertain these idiots. Just go on and move amongst your life. But you know what? This whole thing is you provide content, and what better content than that? What better content than that shit showing up? These fucking idiots showing us, dude, bro, you're an incel, and reasons, and value my vagina. And that's pretty much what it ends up being. Value my vagina. Because if you don't, then you're worthless or whatever. That's what it is. And to watch them actually take the fucking time to do that shit, it's still fucking hilarious. It's hilarious to me. Laughter, a humanity show. That's what it is. I enjoy watching that shit. Because they do that, they do all that pissing in the wind, and for what? For nothing. For my shits and giggles, for my audience's shits and giggles, and nothing in their benefit. It really is. I hate to sit here, warm my fucking apartment up, gonna go cook some fucking food, drink some more things, get some sleep, work on my vehicle, get it back up and running, and I'm gonna go about my fucking life. Meanwhile, they're worried about this shit. So who's losing here? Is it me? Because I got other shit to do. I'm doing this show now because I want to do it. I thought this show was hilarious and I thought it was good content. And based on the feedback I'm getting here, it was good content. It was something worth talking about. At least for this show. But that's all it is. After this is done, I got other things to do. Meanwhile, she's going to be worried about this shit. To whatever extent that is. And the reason she's worried about it is because, again, the only value she can offer is at her 60 years old age. And by the way, thanks, Bull Rush, for confirming that. That means I actually found the right person over in Colorado. This is some redhead in her 60s. Who cares? Maybe Atham might. Because that's his domain. I don't give a shit. I just thought this was fucking hilarious. I thought it'll be good content for a one night show. And that's it. What else does she have to offer? Nothing. And I think that's why she is so fucking pissed off. I think that's why she fixated on what I had to say. And even I didn't even have anything bad to say about her. I didn't. I was like, you're cool. You're part of the team. I recognize you from Eric Claire's stream. Welcome to Roll Tomasi's stream. And she accused me of fucking stalking? Are you fucking serious? I was there before you were. The fuck is wrong with you? Hey, women be crazy. What can I say? But hey, I don't make women, so deal with what you get. I'm going to keep heating my place up. Until the next time, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Thank everybody for joining and listening to this. I do appreciate it. Just ignore bro. Yeah. I'm probably going to block her from this. I don't need that kind of shit on my channel. I don't. And I wouldn't even have to block her if. Here's what I would, again, if you don't like my content, if you don't like what I say, I invite you to not listen to what it is, to fucking tune away. But somehow, they tend to fucking tune in anyways. And then they find a fucking problem. And then they want to report it to the Instagrams or the YouTubes or the Facebooks or whatever it is. That's the only reason I bother blocking anybody. because I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to have to deal with, Instagram blocking me. I don't want to have to deal with YouTube blocking me. I already have that fucking issue with Instagram right now. It's the only reason I block anybody. If you're going to be a problem, if you're going to be a hindrance, then I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to be proactive with that. I'm taking you the fuck out. You want to see my content, but you want to report me? Guess what? You're not going to see my content. You're fucking gone. See ya. Bye. It's the only reason I block anybody. Otherwise, I don't care. Talk all the shit you want. Nick Schuler's here, and he talks more shit than anybody that I know these days. He's always talking shit about everything I do. But Nick Schuler fucking reported me to anyways. Go right ahead. That's fine. I'm no stranger to taking shit like that. Go right ahead. Bull Rush the same way. Bull Rush is going to talk a lot of shit about what I do. And I tell you what, both of these guys, they've done a lot more to help this channel out than most of these chicks have. So these chicks is just going to try to get my shit removed and deleted and shit. Bye. See ya. They're gone. Bull Rush is not wrong. Go ahead and delete her. Go ahead and block her. Because I have nothing to gain from this chick. Again, just somebody I was friendly with. I was just kind of bantering back and forth with on YouTube. And she just goes full fucking retard. The Ree factor went way the fuck out there. Going back to the original subject. She just fucking went out there. You know what? I don't need that. Bye. But the decent people, they can talk all the shit they want, but you know what? At least they try to fucking help. At least Bull Rush is gonna help. Vince is gonna help. Nick, even in his own way, he's a real fucking dick, but at least in his own way, he fucking helps. There's no way I'm deleting these assholes out. I don't know. I thought that was funny, to be honest with you. I really did. I thought it was funny as hell. I read that and I laughed my ass off. Now, she may have been serious. Okay, fine. She can be serious all she wants. I don't care. I just thought her comments were funny. That's what I thought. And that's why I brought it up. That's why it was the thumbnail. That's why it was the headline. But it leads to a larger point. Her hamster started spinning in a way that I don't think she wanted them to spin, and definitely wasn't the way that I wanted them to spin. And so it led to the point that I wanted to make earlier. Her hamsters were spinning. What can you do about that? It ain't much. What can I say? That's on her, and even though it's on her, it is even something that she can control. So, what do you say about that? Sit back and watch. You sit back and observe. You do what you can. too. Just one more recap before I close out. I thought it was funny. It was hilarious just reading that shit. I posted in the group chat. Hopefully everyone got to saw it. I think I'm gonna guess Nick saw it. Maybe Bullrush saw it too. I thought it was funny. It was hilarious to me. Just ignore it. Why ignore it? Why not make a good example of it? Why not pull the content value out of it? This is somebody that took the time to type that. Why did they take the time to type that? There's the question. Whatever answer you get out of that, it's still good content nonetheless. So why not make good out of it? That's what I like doing here. That's the whole basis of the Laughter at Humanity show. Take shit like that and find something good out of it. Find something that's entertaining out of it. Find something that is informative out of it. Or any combination of it. Why not do that? Because it's out there anyways. You're going to hear about it anyways. So why not get something good out of it? That's the whole idea. That's the whole reason I started podcasting and doing live shows to begin with. Here's this shit burger. What's the good kernels of corn out of it? That's the whole idea. Because there always is. With this chick, she lost her fucking mind. Guess what? We get to point out for literally no fucking reason at all, she lost her fucking mind. And we get to laugh at that. And we get to laugh at the exact way that she lost her mind. We get to pull that apart. Pull back everything she said, which I just did. We get to pull back everything she said and break it down. And we get to have fun with it. That's the thing. You get to have fun with it. It's not all negative. It really isn't. And I, from a look at this kind of thing, I look at the other negative things that get thrown at me, and I get to find a way to make it a positive. That's the whole point. That is the entire fucking point of the Laughter at Humanity show, which will be back, by the way. I'm not giving up on that one. That's for fucking sure. I got the equipment I need to get for that, but I will. What's that? You know what? Other people look at that and say, it's all negative, it's all dark and whatever. Find the positive in it. That's the whole point. That's why I'm even doing this now. Chick lost her fucking mind because, oh God, I decided to acknowledge her on somebody else's stream because I recognized her. What's the bright spot? That's what it is. We get to make fun of her because she lost her shit. And I get the feeling all of you guys knew, since she's a woman, she was going to lose her shit. I hate to say that, but that's the reality of the situation. A woman is going to lose her shit. Hope you're sitting down for that. But that's an inevitability. What do you do beyond that? That's what I'm here for. We get to find a way to make fun of that and have a good thing come out of it. That's what I'm doing. While I'm drinking my Wild Turkey 101 and heating up my goddamn apartment. That's what I'm doing. Speaking of which, thanks for listening. I'm going to fuck off and do other things. I have a starter to reinstall into my car tomorrow. And with luck, that means that it will start. I'll have a functional vehicle that's under my control again, just my control, not a rental anymore. I can go turn a rental in. I can go pick up my groceries tomorrow, which I wasn't able to do the other day because I didn't have a vehicle. I'll also be able to pick up, my battery should be getting charged. The battery should be fine now. I gave Optima, sorry, excuse me. Optima, I gave him a lot of shit because I thought that was the problem. Apparently it's not, and hopefully that's not the case. And given if that's not the case, then I got a lot of apologizing to do, and I have no problem doing that, and I will apologize at them in every form that I can. But I should be fine tomorrow. We'll see. I've got other shit to do. I don't have time to go find somebody's comment page and just leave comment after comment about how they're fucking incels and shit like that. I don't have time to do that. See, Carolina, she has time to do that. I don't. Only reason I'm doing this now is because, well, this is my downtime, and I want to talk into a mic. That's why I'm doing it. Oh, other things. I gotta waterproof this this cape that I have here. It's already fireproofed. It's almost done drying off. By the time I wake up, it should be dry. And I gotta add the waterproof layer. That's gonna come in handy up here. Gotta keep the water off me during the rainy season up here. Yes, there is a rainy season up here. It's not just 390 days of rain. It's more like 90. Also keeps you warm, as I found out today. I just decided to wear it today just for fun, just for the chat too, by the way. And let's just say it worked. Hey, I got other things going on. What can I say? Thank you everybody for listening. I guess I'll do the normal PSA shit that everyone else does. Please hit the like button for this if you want to. I don't care if you do or not, but it does. I guess it does help. I don't know. I guess it helps. Helps everyone else. It doesn't help me all that much, but whatever. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Nick Shoelander, if you're still listening, you fucking asshole. Hey, if Terrence Pop, of all people, can fucking subscribe to this, you can fucking subscribe to it too. So fucking subscribe. Bull Rush, you too. Subscribe to this fucking channel. I have content here every fucking week. And hit the notification bell, because usually I'll get more professional with this, actually, so I'm not just scheduling these in an hour or two whenever they're supposed to go live. There will be other content here that'll end up popping up when I get the chance to. But do me a favor and subscribe, leave comments, hit the like buttons on all this shit. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for taking the time to tune in, by the way. I really do appreciate that. I do. Trust me, I do. Help me grow this channel. I think what I'm doing here is something that will be helpful. And so that's why I'm doing it. This is something I'm going to keep doing. The End Times Report, I might do that bi-weekly, every month. I don't know. I decided last night that, you know what, it's not worth trying to do it every week, you know, trying to rush home and all this shit in order to tune in, you know, help people come in with sane hours and all this stuff. It's not worth it. But this one is, I do need to build up content on the YouTube channel, so I think this is worth it. If you have ideas, throw them to me. I'm more than willing to listen. Maybe I'll do other hours on this. You get 20 hours on StreamYard if you don't have a subscription, by the way. You get 20 hours per month. And I'm batting way below that. So if you have an idea and you want me to try to come on in and I can do it, I'll do it. No problem. Yeah, do the things that you, if you want your YouTube channel that you subscribe to, this will be one of them, Bacon Comments. Wanted to get out there. Help me out. I'm just asking for help, that's all. If you don't want to help and just listen, well, that's your decision. I'm fine with that. But if you want to help out, do what you can. And you know what to do. Thank you very much for listening. I do appreciate it. I do this for you. I do this for me too, to be honest. I like having this voice to speak into, to be able to tell these kind of stories. Worry not. I like doing this. I like having this place to speak into. And especially since I can't do it on Instagram now. Again. Got banned again. I'm banned for a whole fucking month. Talk about a fucking achievement. But I like being able to speak here too. Trust me, there's something in it for me too. So it ain't just you. But if you enjoy what I do, help me get it out there. And if you can, please, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, take care. Keep it tactical. And above all else, be chaos, my friends.